What's up? This is Adam here with Adam's Coaster Chronicles. Today I am at Quassy Amusement Park in Middlebury, Connecticut. So if you go from the entrance, you go right, you get to some of these smaller rides over here. They have this, it's kind of like a Music Express. They call theirs Music Fest. But what's interesting about this one is the cars actually swing, which is pretty cool. You got some bumper cars. Over here you have the Waterpark. This looks like it's got some nice slides and stuff. And over here you have a Tilt-a-whirl, the big spiral slide. And that's pretty much it over here. The bulk of the rides are really, if you go from the entrance and you go left, the bulk of the rides are to the left. But the water park's to the right, bumper cars and all this other stuff. So just taking a quick look at the Splashaway Bay Water Park. Looks like you got a couple tube slides, a couple body slides. They've got a, of course, like a bucket jungle gym play zone kind of area, as well as this area over here. It's got some props and stuff. I'm assuming there's probably like water jets that shoot out. Of course, we have the paratrooper. It's Midway Games. Something else that's unique about this park is they have a beach area called Quassy Beach. Got this little Quassy Zoo area, which is really just, it's not actually really animals, but still nice. So here's where you would enter for the water park at the beach. They've got locker rooms, so you can change and stuff like that. As you can see today, it's not open because it is still early. This is actually opening weekend here at Quassy. But you get a nice lakefront beach area. Here, coming from the area by the beach, you got some food. You got pizza and fried dough, the Quassy restaurant. Never actually eaten here before, but it smells pretty good. I've actually heard it is pretty good. Over here they do have paddle boats, which are obviously not operating today because it is a little chilly still. Over here, across from the swinging ship ride, we have Reverse Time, which is a new ride this year from SPF Visa. I'm not entirely sure what exactly it does. It is made by SPF Visa, and we'll be sure to get some shots of it running in a little bit. So next to Reverse Time, of course, we have the Crazy Cups, which is their teacups ride. Looks like they got some potato patch fries, place to get hot dogs. They got a little souvenir shop right here. They've actually got some nice. They got some nice magnets here, and some other things. And the grand. Here we have the Grand Carousel. No park is complete without a carousel. So if you go left over here, that's how you get to Wooden Warrior in this raft ride. You see they have a carousel theater where they actually do have some live entertainment going on at the moment. Back over here, we have Frantic, which was a new flat ride for last year, which is basically like it's almost like a mini frisbee, but it actually rotates all the way around upside down. I'll have to check that out later since I didn't get to do it last time. The Charlie's Top Pavilion, which is just a nice picnic area. Got some smaller bumper cars. And over here we have the Little Dipper, which is their kiddie coaster. I've never done this one before. I'm not sure whether or not you have to have a kid to ride. And they have this nice little flat ride kind of in the middle of the coaster. They actually have two. There's another little kids ride over there. Here we can see the top of the Little Dipper. And in addition to this flat ride over here, they also have this little tiny boats ride with these little bells on it. And here we get another good view of the lake. I just got off of Frantic, which is this, it's kind of like a mini inverting frisbee ride. And it's actually pretty cool. I'm not usually a huge fan of like spinny rides, but I didn't feel like it made me nauseous. I didn't feel like I was held upside down long enough to be uncomfortable. So it's actually pretty cool because you actually get like really good hang time as you kind of go up and around. So it's definitely a unique little ride here at Quassy. I don't know if we'll see any more of these anywhere else, but it's definitely a nice ride. So I'm here by the carousel, and while I was by the carousel, I noticed they actually have this little model of Wooden Warrior, which is pretty cool. As you can see, it's kind of like almost a T-shaped layout. You go up the lift hill, then you go down and around through the tunnel, back up and around this way. So it's pretty cool that they have this model. So we're over here by the carousel. If you go right, that's how you get to Frantic and the train. And if you go left over here, pretty much right by the front entrance of the park is Wooden Warrior. There's actually a couple little pathways to get to it. Quassy is a free to enter park. You have to pay $7 to park, and then the park is free to walk around, and they have single ride tickets, which are, I believe, $3.75 a ticket, or you can get a book of 12 for like $35, and every ride's one ticket. But they also have a $20 all-day rides wristband, which is nice. So right here, if you go up that way by those restrooms, that's where the front of the park is. Here's where you enter Wooden Warrior.
Yeah, first time I was there as a baby, so I don't remember.
Alright, I just got off the Wooden Warrior, which is I guess you could call it a family-size gravity group wooden coaster. See it going right here. So this ride is only about, I think it's like 35, 40 feet tall. But despite its small size, it actually packs quite the punch. It's got a whole lot of airtime on every single one of these little hills. Basically, there's a first drop, which is pretty steep. Then there's kind of almost like a little tiny speed hill, and then it goes up this hill, goes through the tunnel, and then it has this triple up, and it comes around, does another couple little hills, and then back around at the brakes. One thing that I found kind of annoying is whoever's operating the ride right now, this guy that's operating the ride, keeps doing this thing where he's just inching the train forward, and it's taking forever for it to get into the station. And I don't know, I think maybe this is opening weekend, so maybe it's his first time this guy's ever really operated this ride. It's like this weekend, so maybe he's just getting used to the timing of it. But it seems like you should be able to just release it here and just stop it, like, you know, right before it gets into the station. I know with these wooden coasters, some of these wooden coasters have the the way that you bring them into the station, you have to do it manually. It doesn't automatically stop in the right spot. I know whenever Switchback opened, which is another Gravity Group wooden coaster, it's a little bit bigger than this one, but it's the same kind of idea. I know where they were having trouble with stopping the train in just the right spot in the station, because if you don't stop it just in the right spot, you can't actually open the restraints. I think it has to do with just where it parks over the sensor. So I'm thinking that's probably why he's doing that. But as funny as it is, it's also quite annoying because it's making it just take forever, especially considering the ride cycle is only about a minute. There's only one train. Takes them another 20 or 30 seconds or so just to get the train from the brake run into the station. So that's kind of annoying. But it's a great ride. I mean, very highly regarded as a great wooden coaster despite its size. I mean, I would probably put it in it wouldn't be in my top 10, but it'd probably be in my top 20, honestly. Just because of all the airtime it has. It's pretty exciting. So over here by Wooden Warrior, it's kind of odd. They actually have, it's like a raft slide, but it's in the dry park. It's not actually in the water park. It looks like they may actually be operating it today. There's a guy sitting there. Looks like the water's on, but nobody's really doing it because it is a little bit chilly. So from Wooden Warrior, if you would take a right and you get out of Wooden Warrior, it takes you to the front of the park. If you go straight, there's this little ice cream parlor. Take a left, it takes you to kind of this main area. We have the teacups, Grand Carousel over there, and the Carousel Theater, which they actually had some live entertainment going on earlier. Got a little gift shop, a large arcade, swinging ship, and over to the new ride for this year, which is Reverse Time. Here we can see the new Reverse Time ride running. It's almost like I don't know what you call the rides that I'm about to talk about, but it's almost like those rides that you see. Some of the old Six Flags parks have them. Like I know Six Flags Over Texas has one, where it's like basically does this motion, but you're sitting in a seat facing the direction of travel. Here you're actually sitting on the outside. So it's a little bit of a unique take on an old style classic ride. Pretty cool. Over here we got the swinging ship ride, the arcade behind it. We got the Potato Patch, Quassy Doghouse, neither of which are open at the moment. I don't really know how their food operates here.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls.
Stay to the left, we got the pizza and fried dough, the Quassy restaurant, which the food here actually smells really good. I haven't had food here yet, but it smells really good. And we can see the yo-yo at the background, which is a classic swinging ride. We got the Freefall drop tower, which is kind of a unique little drop tower. I think it's maybe an SPF Visa. This is actually the only one of these I think I've seen. In the background we have the entrance to the beach at the water park. The basketball game. And this basically takes us back to the front of the park with some other things back there in the water park. Alright, and that about does it here for me today at Quassy. It's a fun little park here in Connecticut, definitely worth a stop. It's about 30 minutes from Lake Compounce and about an hour from Six Flags New England. So if you're going to either one of those parks, I definitely recommend stopping to check out Wooden Warrior, because it really is a great little coaster. If you like this video, be sure to click the like button below and subscribe for more theme park tour reviews. Until next time, I'm Adam with Adam's Coaster Chronicles, and I will see you later.